Hello and welcome back to my channel. Please be aware that this film may be intercepted. It appears my videos and other fellow truth tellers videos are being tapped and censored by what we can only presume as government surveillance officers. Be sure to report to me if your viewing is intercepted. As always, take precautionary measures, change your VPN and do not access from a public computer. The truth tellers and I seek to reveal government access to our data and increasing surveillance and censorship from the UK government. This is another video in my series looking at remote espionage locations in English coastal areas. Enjoy. There is something very strange happening under the surface of this sleepy seaside town. This is Porthcurno, a magnificently quaint Cornish beach on the west coast of England. A beach that hides secrets. And a deep history of espionage and of mass surveillance. One must put aside your initial expectations, and seek the truth under the sea's surface. Porthcurno Beach houses 7 operating cables, that help transmit data all over the world, and has been known to be a hub of global communication systems from as early as 1870. It was first used to house submarine telegraph cables that would stretch from this beach to India, allowing Britain to stay connected to its colonized countries. During World War II, the cable office at Porthcurno was a critical communications center and considered at serious risk of attack. 15,000 tons of granite was blasted out of the cliff and the whole operation was moved underground. No one has been allowed access to Porthcurno's underground center for over 2 decades, and serious questions are being asked about its activity. The entrance to its underground hub are heavily guarded from the public. Access as close as 1 kilometer is strictly prohibited. In the last 20 years or so, all the submarine cables buried under the beach have been superseded by their modern descendants, those using fiber optic technology. These have allowed Porthcurno to form a significant link to the international telecommunications backbone infrastructure. The infrastructure that we all rely on so heavily. The infrastructure that connects us to the world, and opens up the possibilities for more secretive and uninterrupted forms of communication. The fact that there is also several buildings owned by the British intelligence services around here is no surprise. Unsuspecting huts are scattered across the west coast of England, with limited access and little suspicion from local walkers and residents. But, ever since the leaks by Edward Snowden in 2013, another, darker side of Cornwall's role in the UK's communications landscape has come to light. Tempora is the code name for an operation whereby GCHQ was able to tap into data which flows along undersea cables and then store it for up to 30 days, to assess and analyze it. Flag and its sister flag Atlantic are cables housed under Porthcurno's surface. 28,000 miles of these 2 cables stock hundreds of countries with data along the way, running from Porthcurno all the way to Japan, stopping via Spain, Italy, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, India, Malaysia, Hong Kong, China, and South Korea. Able to carry up to 100 gigabytes of data every second. The cables land in an award-winning curvaceous building called Screwjack Farm. A farm of an unusual sort. Screwjack Farm is located northwest of Porthcurno Cottage in Cornwall, a large, some say beautiful building that was constructed in 2001 for £5.3 million. It's impossible to get close to Screwjack Farm, and impossible to even tell what's going on within. It has been rumored that GCHQ are working with British intelligence agency from Screwjack Farm currently to intercept our data, control what we are put on the internet. This is part of new law under British Parliament introduced last year in 2021. With ever-increasing post-truth political standpoint, public deception on an all-time high and rapidly rising reports of extremist groups recruiting and operating on the internet, we must be made aware of the covert government operation. On single cable access, The Nigella option allows NSA and GCHQ access to a huge amount of data that flows right under the bed of this beautiful site. Not only this, but it allows government to intercept the data we are receiving. Most people don't notice this kind of control, as we cannot even see it, and it is covered by the unblemished shores of this English coast. It is often known that some of these cable ends are housed under the floors of large huts.